Yo, Big Kish back up in here. Shout out to Blackie Speaks, man. He just answered a question that I had for a long time, which is, and the title reads, why rappers keep dating the same women? Why is this? Why have you see a chick with one rapper, they break up, then you see it with another rapper? What's going on with this? He dives deep into this subject, and he's going to revisit a topic that many of us known about for a minute. Do y'all do this name sound familiar? Cat Stacks. Y'all remember that? Cat Stacks? World Star Hip Hop and all of that? Her exposing and all. He dove deep in his joint. You are not going to want to click off this video. This is some throwback stuff right here. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now, if you've been paying attention, you've probably noticed this pattern. Rappers keep dating the same women, same faces, same couples.
Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Same relationships popping up again and again. And this pattern shows up everywhere in the rap game. Even Drake and Future allegedly fell out after dealing with the same woman at one point. That's how small this circle really is. And here's the part nobody really breaks down. The dating pool in hip hop is very tiny, like way smaller than people think. And to really show you what I mean, let me start this video off with a quick story. A couple years ago, I met this mid-level rapper. He had a Billboard charting record at the time and some decent buzz to his name. I met him backstage during one of his shows, and that was because a friend of mine had gotten invited and I just happened to be the plus one. So I'm backstage or whatever, there's a bunch of people there, right? The music is loud, etc. And then I noticed something really interesting. In the corner of the room, right, there's these three girls, two in red, one in black. And immediately, I actually recognized these women because I'd seen those exact same girls at another rapper show about like 6 months earlier. So I asked my friend, I'm like, hey bro, who are those three girls in the corner? And then he looks at me and says, bro, they're just a part of the circle. At that point, I didn't really need to ask anything else. And for anybody who's confused,
Blackie Speaks up in the mix. Blackie Speaks knows some people, boy.
He was basically telling me they're regulars. They move around the whole industry. Wow. And that's just one real life example of this entire conversation. Once you really start paying attention, you realize rappers aren't dating from the whole world. They're dating from the same circles over and over. I'm talking same faces, same rooms, same rotation, just behind different doors. Now let's talk about some of those very popular faces in hip hop. Because if you've been anywhere near hip hop culture or even hip hop adjacent, you might recognize at least.
We know Brittany Renner. We know Brittany Renner. These them new joints. Who is this? Indian Love. I'm starting to hear about her. Ruby. I started to hear about her. I don't know this one right there.
So one of the women on the screen right now. Let's start with the one to the left, and that is Selena Powell, the self-proclaimed industry thought. I did say self-proclaimed, okay? Selena has built a career off of exposing rappers, finessing situations, turning private moments into clout, and she's taken pride in all this. This is her forte, like this is what she does. And then we have Ruby Rose, someone who got her first big breakthrough dating Playboy Carti. She rode that momentum very nicely, got connected to the right people, and before you know it, she popped up in the Bad and Bougie music video. Wasn't Takeoff left off Bad and Bougie?
Hey, listen. Why they be so thin though? They be so thin, like yeah.
RP to Takeoff. From there, Ruby Rose became a recognized face in the industry. She's dated several rappers in the game, built a massive IG presence, dropped music, launched an OnlyFans account.
I know they ain't who I thought it was. Is that who I thought it was walking? Is that who I thought it was? Yeah, I could tell by the stocking cap.
In the industry, she's dated several rappers in the game.
Oh yeah, yep. You know he want everybody, girl. So he liked that type of rotation. Who did you just sleep with? Oh, you just came from his house? Oh no. Don't take no shower. Don't no. Come here. I want to smell you.
Built a massive IG presence, dropped music, launched an OnlyFans account. Now Ruby is interesting because she really understood the environment very early on and turned visibility into a business model. And unlike a lot of the women who got caught up in a game, Ruby caught on to the game early and capitalized off of all of it, securing her own bag in the process. You gotta respect it. And then there's India Love, someone who didn't just pop up on Instagram like most people think. India actually first popped off on Tumblr back during that whole, aesthetic edits, it girl era. She built a serious following there before Instagram even became the move. And then after that, she picked up even more attention through reality TV and early IG culture. So by the time Instagram blew up, She was already a known face and slid right into that OG IG baddie / model, whatever you want to call it, right, lane. So she's been in the mix for over a decade, and her
I ain't gonna lie, I'm hearing a lot of these people getting on these platforms and all of that, selling feet pics and all of that. They making a bag. They making a real bag, but they ain't doing nothing with the money. So it's like, for what?
Her first major mainstream moment came from her relationship with the Game. At the time, she was 18 and he was 35.
35?
I know. It's crazy.
Like 35?
I know.
35?
Yeah. And from that point forward, she's basically been connected to the same circle ever since. Last but definitely not least, we got Brittany Renner.
Y'all knew this about Game? I don't hear nobody talking about that one right there. Maybe this is why he's so cool with Drake and can't choose a side between him and Kendrick. Because you know Game was with Diddy for like 2 years and they made no music. And Diddy just be wanting to party. Wow, Game, we on you.
She's another woman who's been in the mix for years. And yeah, she's mostly known for finessing the athletes, but she's been around the rap world as well. She dated Lil Uzi Vert actually way back. And she was even married to Kevin Gates for like 2 business days. Now, all of these women are basically the faces
I didn't even know he was
everybody
going to say
recognize
that.
when people talk about the women who've been connected to the industry's biggest rappers for years. But here's the thing. This whole pattern, this rotation, this ecosystem, it didn't start with these women. Before the IG models, before the industry girl even became a term, it all started with one woman, a big throwback, a name from the blog era. A lot of y'all will probably recognize.
Here we go.
Cat Stacks.
I'm Cat Stacks. I got a lot of stories to tell. The people I exposed in my blog.
He brought it back. You got Cat Stacks. Who else you got? You got the one who did the book. She exposed all the rappers. I think Melissa Ford was in that too. Yeah. What about hold it, Superhead? Is Superhead Melissa Ford? I gotta look it up. Hold on.
Blog aren't all the people I've been with. I've been to Lil Wayne's crib.
Superhead ain't
I've
Melissa
been
Ford.
to them. A nigga gave me $1,200 motherfucking dollars.
For everyone tuned in during the blog era, you already know who this is. The first real rap groupie the internet ever saw. She was loud, unfiltered, unapologetic, and the definition of I'll say whatever the fuck I want to say. And her whole brand was basically
Corinne Steffens, that's her name. That's her. So I remember this era.
Exposing rappers. And the thing about Cat Stacks is she actually ended up revealing something nobody was even thinking about back then. And that was that rappers only deal with a select group of women. Now, Cat wasn't just around rappers. She was inside the parts of the industry people never see. And because she was proudly shameless, she talked about everything that she saw behind the scenes.
It was all publicity, entertainment, because to them, I just see them as business, not friend type. My family's my friend, but
I think it was her who recorded Soulja Boy with the lines in the bathroom. Y'all remember that joint?
they're just business.
Now that clip right there, that was Cat in her purest form. No filter, no secrecy, no protect a brand. Like this woman she just didn't give a fuck, okay? And she moved exactly like that. In a lot of ways, Cat Stacks became the blueprint for what we now call the industry girl. And yeah, let's be honest, she was definitely clout chasing like crazy. That was her whole hustle. But here's the funny part. Even while she was doing it for attention, she was accidentally pulling back the curtain on something way bigger than her. She showed you the same thing over and over again. These rappers are basically all running through the same group of women. And once you put those pieces together, you finally understand why this keeps happening. It all comes down to one thing, and that word is access. Who gets in, who stays in, who even has the proximity to step into the room in the first place.
One of the first questions that someone asked was why rappers recycle the same women. I wonder why.
I'll tell you this. I think they recycle the same women because are all in the same circle.
When people talk about access, here's what it really
I think it's because the women is already proven that not run their mouth. But you got some that wind up running their mouth. So it's like, boom. She sleep with a rapper. He test her out, and then he let all the rest of the rappers know, hey, look, she good. She ain't gonna go running her mouth. She straight. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's a crazy life, though.
means. Rappers aren't choosing from the world. Their environment is choosing for them. They deal with whoever is actually available in their world, not the millions of people the internet imagines. And once you take a look at the rooms they're actually moving in, studios, backstage, private events, late night sessions, that huge dating pool everybody thinks exists shrinks very fast. The circle becomes tiny, not because they don't have other opportunities, but because those are the only people who even exist in their day-to-day reality. Because the truth is this, most artists spend their days locked in studios, catching last-minute flights, doing press runs, moving city to city, sleeping strange hours, surrounded by the same team, in the same environments on repeat. So even though they're technically meeting people every day, they're not making real connections.
Hey, Amber Rose been through the soil. See, that's 21 Savage, right? God, Lee. He got some throwback clips up in this joint.
With anybody. Their schedule doesn't allow it. Their security, depending on what level they're at, doesn't allow it. Their fame, depending on what level they're at, doesn't allow it. So naturally, they end up dating the people who are already in the mix, already in those rooms, already accustomed to their lifestyle. And once you understand that, the whole question of why do all these rappers date the same women starts making a lot more sense. And here's the thing. This whole dating ecosystem they're in, it's basically one big recommendation loop. Because most of these dudes are not best friends, but they all move in the same exact circles. In other words, they're doing shows together, which means they're backstage together. They're at the same studio sessions. They share the same promoters, security, videographers. They hit the same clubs and the same after parties. And what happens is this. Once a woman gets close to one rapper or is even seen around him, her name automatically travels through that whole network. Yeah, she been around the homies. Yeah, she's solid. Yo, she a little crazy, but she's definitely loyal. She's safe. She knows how to move. Whatever, right?
So one rapper pass her around and give him the whole resume. Yeah, this her shoe size. This what she do. You know, she's good with the baby oil. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I mean? She makes sandwiches. Yo, she know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yeah, she peanut butter and jelly all day. You know what I'm saying?
That's the recommendation loop. It's not organized, it's just how the industry operates. So when a woman enters that world, she's not just dating one rapper, she's basically introduced to the whole gang by default. Because once you're in that circle, you're accessible to everybody inside that world. To them, she's the safe option. Not the best option, not the baddest option, far from, because a lot of the fans be way better than these industry women, right? That's another conversation. She's just the familiar one. And yes, it's very transactional in most cases, but nobody looks at it like that. Because at the end of the day, these are all grown adults coming together, knowing what it is, and they're all benefiting from it somehow. So it's really just the unspoken.
Yeah, when he say transactional, he's talking about the P word that you can't say on YouTube. We know what that is. But I'm going to leave a link in the description. This was definitely very insightful and answered a lot of my questions. Now I understand why they always sharing the same woman. But you got some rappers that's into that stuff. Like, you know what they said, what Diddy do, take the body fluids and all that and then play with it and rub it. Yeah. Nasty stuff. But, you know, all we can do is pray for our brothers and sisters, man, that they make it out of this life and stop wanting the shiny things in life, because wanting the shiny things in life, you will do some crazy things and you just wind up in somebody's bed, like multiple people bed. You know, it's all about that lust. What you have, what type of lust do you have, you know? And it'll have you in some weird places, man. You know, y'all let me know what y'all think about the video. Shout out to Blackie Speaks. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Big Kish signing out. Gone, y'all.